Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review, and today I have a Steelbook unboxing for one of the great films from Steven Spielberg, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial. This is the Target exclusive Steelbook that came out for the film's 35th anniversary. Today they re-released the movie on Blu-ray and also on 4K for the first time to celebrate the film's 35th anniversary, and that's why there's a new Steelbook for it. So, let's open it up and take a look inside. Alright, so you got the front right there, just a great shot of E.T. standing in front of the moon. Got the back J card right there with all the info and stuff. I'm not sure if this is just a repackage of the old 30th anniversary Blu-ray that came out a few years back. I think it might be. I think the only thing that was new for this release was the 4K Blu-ray. And I think this is just a repackage of the old one, though don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. But either way, taking off the J card here, got the back artwork, which is pretty sick. You got a shot of the spaceship sitting there. Awesome. The spine right there. Good, I like that. Inside art here, got of course the digital copy code there. Plus on the back is an ad for the 35th anniversary remastered edition of the E.T. soundtrack, that's pretty cool. That's something that'd be worth picking up. Got the inside here, you got two discs. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, which is nice. Got the Blu-ray disc right there. Then you got the DVD disc right here. Which I actually really like the artwork on the DVD disc. It's just because the whole disc is the moon. I think that's really cool. I actually like that. And the inside art here, which is pretty perfect. You can't get any better than that. It's the shot of the kids riding their bikes across the sunset. Just great. I love it. The Steelbook is super glossy, which is really nice. It's a nice glossy finish to it. No embossings or anything, which, you know, would have been nice, but either way, gloss makes up for it. Nice and glossy on the front and on the back there. Which is really nice, really shiny, which is great. Which is actually good. I kind of wasn't expecting it to be glossy. I was expecting it just to be matte finish. Since this is, like, Target's already done a Steelbook for this movie in the past. And so this is just kind of another Steelbook release for a classic film. I thought it was just going to be a matte finish. Especially since Target never really announced this. It's just kind of like, because I've always paid attention to these Blu-ray forums and stuff like that. And there was never really an announcement for this. It just came out like, oh yeah, they're going to have a Steelbook. Like last week, I'm like, oh. Neat. So I thought it was just going to be a very cheap, kind of like slapped together Steelbook, but it's actually not. It's actually really nice. As for availability of the Steelbook, I don't know exactly since I got to my Target maybe like 15 or so minutes after it opened, and they had about 6 or 7 copies up front and none in the back. Then again, I think my Target was still like unloading everything and still putting everything up since there's a bunch of new release stuff that wasn't out yet, like the 4K Blu-ray of this wasn't out yet or anything. Luckily they had this out so I didn't have to go ask for one like what happened with the Power Rangers Steelbook a few months back. But yeah, I can't tell if this is going to be a super limited one or not, especially compared to the last Steelbook they did, because like I said, Target did do a Steelbook for this back when the 30th anniversary Blu-ray came out, and I actually never picked that up because I can see why people would prefer that one to this one, because it does have the iconic artwork up front. It has, you know, the silhouette against the moon, it has the two fingers touching, but what I never liked about it was just the silver background. In fact, the whole thing was silver. I don't know why, that just didn't do it for me. I always, like, when I think of E.T., I think of like this like blue color scheme to it. So seeing just the classic artwork but stripped away from that blue background just didn't work for me. I mean, that Steelbook was still on shelf for like months, at least at my Target after it came out, and I still never picked it up. I'm like, it's just, nah, it just doesn't do it for me. So I'm glad I never did, because I actually prefer this one. I actually like this artwork on this. I know a lot of people might not because it just seems like kind of a slapped together cover, but it actually looks really nice, especially since the artwork of E.T. on here has an illustrated look to it. It feels like an illustration. It doesn't look like just a crappy picture photoshopped onto a background. So it actually feels like an old school artwork. It actually feels old school and actually has a really cool look to it. And add that to the glossy nature of it, just makes it even more perfect. I actually really like this Steelbook a lot more than I thought it would. And it's $12.99. I mean, can't go wrong with that. And also, I remember I was picking this up. This one, it seemed like a little dented on the side. So I picked up the one behind it and looked at the side of it, and it had a giant spine slash on the side. They just looked terrible. I was like, no, I'll just stick with that first one. This one actually isn't bad. It felt dented, but it's actually not. But I feel bad for anybody who has to get that spine slashed one, because that one was a really nasty, like, thick spine slash. That looked awful. Either way, though, I'm glad I don't have that. Mine actually does not have a spine slash, so good on that. But yeah, that's the Target exclusive, the second E.T. Steelbook that they've done. A really nice Steelbook. I think it's an improvement over the first one, and I like this one quite a bit. Again, one more quick look at it. You got the front there. Again, super glossy, which is nice. You got the back. You got the spine right there. Again. And you got the inside art, which is just great. So yeah, definitely worth picking up. If you don't own this movie yet, you probably do by now since it's an iconic film. I surprisingly don't. That's one of my main reasons in picking this up was I actually don't have this movie yet, sadly. But now I do, and if you don't have it, I'd say this is the one worth getting. Unless you're going for 4K, then go for 4K. But it's definitely a great release for a classic film and just one of the best. So yeah, that's about it for now. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.